My name is Rhapsody, the Juicy Wizard, and welcome back to Slay the Spire. We're going to be playing the Ironclad in Ascension 20. Alright. Gotta get my arm ready to pick up all those flame barriers that we see. Ooh, 7 max HP lost in order to remove 2 cards, though. You know I like that. Game, stop teasing me. Alright, how many elites are we going to go for? There's a path here, actually, with 2 really early shops, as well as 3 midline rests and 2 midline elites. That's really good. I'm actually just going to go for the 100 gold, go to these early shops. If the first shop doesn't have enough aggression for me, then I'll just hold off until the second shop before I do anything. Great. Havoc, True Grit, Uppercut. We'll take an Uppercut, happily. I'm actually really tempted to take Vajra as well. Or even that Trip. Yeah, I'm going to take Vajra. And then I'm going to go for more elites than I was initially planning. I hope that I don't live to regret this. And yes, I will leave that ambiguity open so that I can claim later that I actually intended the entire time. Well, no, clearly what I said was I hope that I don't live to regret this, so dying is totally within the purview of things that I'd asked for. Speed Potion as well as Sword Boomerang, sure. Great way to deliver damage when we have a little bit of strength already. To single target at least. So 6 by 3, 9, 6 by 3, 18, 9, 18, 27, 28. Okay, so we can't kill them this turn. But I will set up for the ability to kill despite drawing not a great hand. Headbutt, Wild Strike, Clash. Here we probably take nothing. It's just a bit much. Defend, Double Strike easily. We do need to pick up a couple of defensive cards. We still don't really have any. Hey! Goodbye, Looter. I'll be taking my money back in Trench, Clash, Cleave. Take a single copy of Cleave for some AoE before we fight these elites. It'll be particularly useful in exactly this combat. I like that it evenly spread the damage, but it's also a little bit annoying. Am I even capable of killing a frontliner here? Yeah, no, I am. Sweet. Take that 10 damage off the board. Possible I kill the sentry next turn with a couple strikes. Yeah, Bash Strike isn't going to do it. Do I want to save 5 defense this turn with the Speed Potion? I think I still do, yeah. Oh, God. Could have had 3 more free damage there. Pair, upon pickup, raise your max HP by 10, as well as Clothesline, Dark Embrace, and Armaments. I would probably take Clothesline if I didn't already have a copy of Uppercut. I'll take the Armaments, and then I'm going to upgrade it in the next position. Just as, like, as initial power boost for our deck. I can't even kill the frontliner. My God. I would have been 1 damage off. Fine, weaken me. Alright. Let's get our kill down. Still don't really have much strength supporting this deck. Take a unupgraded Iron Wave there. Mummified Hand, whenever you play a power card, a random card in here costs 0 for the rest of the turn. That's good. In Flames, now a particularly good pickup for us. We'll upgrade that to get the extra turn of vulnerability and defense. And weakness, rather. Alright, this final elite is going to be a little bit of a problem. Dead Branch, when exhausted card, add a round card to your hand. Okay. The Battle Trance there as well. I mean, I have to. I have to take the Dead Branch and try and find a corruption now. I know I just did that last episode, but it's kind of warranted. Body Slam? Only if I upgrade that with armaments do I really want to be using it here at all. Just going to throw out this weak potion next 2 turns. I don't have any weakness in my deck, so... defends me pretty significantly. I mean, we did end up getting armaments in the same hand as Body Slam. So it all kind of did work out. This has been a great, absolutely great elite for us. Dreamcatcher, whenever you rest, you may add a card to your deck, as well as Flex, Ghostly Armor, Sever Soul. Let's take a Ghostly Armor just as a card for the possible Dead Branch corruption later on. Cleave? Even with the upgrade? Despite our weakness? Yeah, it's not going to be enough. Yeah, there we go. We'll spread out the damage. So that's far more impactful. Power Potion, Metallicize, Exhume armaments. Metallicize is now much more a consideration just because we have the Mummified Hand. So it's still kind of like an energy accelerant if it hits a 2-cost card, or energy neutral if it doesn't. The longer we are in this fight, the easier it'll get for us because we'll generate so much value from the Dead Branch. So we might want to consider just dealing with the fact that the fight's kind of long. It's whatever. Play it slow rather than playing out that Power Potion really early to try and advance my position. Alright, we get an extra card this hand from the Ascender's Mane. Damn it. Sentinel's not exactly a great pickup there. That said, murdering the front line's good enough for me. Don't really think I have anything in the deck that I want to dual wield. Yeah, not even slightly. Infernal Blade and then dual wield what we get from the Infernal Blade isn't bad. Pandem, every 10th attack you bleed deals double damage, as well as Evolve, Warcrash, Shrug It Off. Shrug It Off is really fine here. It's just like a singular defensive card. We could take the Evolve so that we're better in the upcoming fight. I am a little worried about the upcoming fight. Kind of banking on my Power Potion just dragging me through it. Let's upgrade Battle Trance so we have more cards in hand when we play armaments. Alright, I'll use a Power Potion here. Should have used it at the start. Oh, corruption, obviously. Yeah, should have used the Power Potion at the start. Not really going to change too much here, hopefully. Yikes. At the very least, we have all... Oh my gosh. Just all skills in this hand, and we've got an armaments. Ooh, that is a pretty damn good split turn. So if we draw back into cleave, we're already okay. Anything that draws us cleave, obviously, very high on our priority list. Damn. Oh, that's actually not even enough to kill the frontliner. Wild. Really thought it was. Alright. There's our kill, and Exhume, Feed, and Fiendfire being the obvious choice there. Oh my god, Snecko Eye when you have a Fiendfire in the deck. My god. Yes, it has to be Snecko Eye. Has to be Snecko Eye. Alright. Now, I do want to try and visit every available shop looking for the corruption. So we've got a really early shop over here. Am I going to be playing Battle Trance here? Yeah, almost certainly. 12 for each other cards. 7 by 12, lethal. Fiendfire is pretty good, y'all. Inflame, Shrug It Off. Well, Shrug It Off is still pretty good, even if we have to pay... even if we have to pay 2 energy? No, not if we have to pay 2 energy. Inflame is really good here as well, but if I have to play 2 energy to play Inflame, at the very least Inflame will make something else cost less because of the mummified hand, but... I want to take the Shrug It Off. It'll be better when we get the corruption. Hopefully we do get the corruption. Ugh. Got a lot of things randomizing into 3 and 2 cost there. Not great luck. Okay, 8. 8 by 5 is 40, so we can kill the frontliner here. And generate a bunch of cards. None of them will kill the backliner for me, though. And then double damage on the sword boomerang. Almost lethal. I mean, I can just exhume into lethal this turn. Warcry would be fine if it wasn't for this Snecko Eye, so we can't actually take it. I was so keen to take it there. Alright, so Fiendfire for 8. 8 by 8 is 64. That's enough to murder the Spirit Guardian. Great. Eventually we'll generate a hand where we can play some of the cards that we've generated. Eventually. I'd have loved to play armaments there, but I don't need to forfeit damage in this combat. That's just what playing that would have been. So I'm going to play 2 attacks next turn, 1 that doesn't kill and 1 that does. Okay, it's looking unlikely that I get to do that then. One that doesn't kill and then 1 that does. Beautiful, never mind, it works out in the end. Okay, so we have the pen nib ready to go at the very start of the next combat. Armaments, fire-breathing Havoc, we'll take Havoc. Damn. One problem with Orange Pellets is Orange Pellets does consider Confusion to be a debuff. So we can remove Confusion from ourselves with the Snecko Eye if we desperately want to, which I actually think we do. Because then we still maintain the positive of drawing 2 additional cards every turn. Enlightenment is really good when you have a Snecko Eye, though. We only have 1 power in the deck right now, so... Enlightenment can be really good when you have a Snecko Eye. Probably just remove a card, then. Ooh, this could be a problem. Damn it. If we'd drawn an attack that we could have played... If only we'd drawn an attack we could have played. Then that would have been Orange Pellets done. Havoc playing Armaments. Wild. Guess I'm pretty happy to draw an extra card every single turn. Drawing just way too many, though. Go to the frontliner, and hopefully we get enough value to do something about the backliner here as well. Damn it! Not really too much defensive we could have done there without chaining off Metallicize into Metallicize. That is one thing we will have to be very, very consistently concerned about. And that is that once we remove confusion from ourselves by triggering orange pellets, all of the cards that have had their cost randomized just stay that way from now on out. Whirlwind is really good hit, though. Still need some AoE in the deck. I do want that cleave to be double played, or rather double damage. Okay. That turn couldn't have been that much better. I'm pretty pleased with how it went down. One target down, and... Neat. I mean, we're in Ascension 20, so the fact that these elites aren't just completely walking over us is very comforting. I really think I probably should not have taken the orange pellets, though. I feel like that was probably a bad decision. Sundial, every 3 times you shuffle your draw pile, gain an extra energy, as well as Dark Embrace. Whenever card is also draw a card. That'll cause us to shuffle our deck really commonly with the Sundial. I think I'd take Dark Embrace, just for the quickness of the cycles. Need Whirlwind upgraded. Anything that upgrades to randomize its changes cost doesn't really matter too much because of the Snackaway. Feel like I should probably focus on the Whirlwind that turn. Even if it costs me 1 damage. Awesome. That actually kind of worked out a lot better than I suspected it might. Goodbye, Mystic. Thank you, Fiendfire, for doing that for us. Dex Potion, probably better than a Skill Potion for us. And Feel No Pain. Whenever a card is exhausted, gain 3 block. Thank you. Shovel, you can now dig for relics at rest sites. Great. We do still... How many more cards do we need to upgrade? I mean, Fiendfire being upgraded is actually really important for our damage as well. So let's get that upgraded. Feel No Pain also a pretty priority upgrade. Ooh, Seeing Red. Oh my good giddy god. Look at this hand. And then Brutality makes the Fiendfire cost nothing as well. Oh, I should have played Limit Break first. Whoops. Yeah, Warcry's Sword Boomerang to the top of the deck. And... yeah, the Sword Boomerang. There we go. Yeah, I kind of suspected I'd be in this position. Not really well defended at all. Alright, I think I just copped the whole hit this turn. Armaments into Havoc. Into Giant Sword Boomerang. Champion Belt. Whenever you apply Vulnerable, also apply one weaken, as well as Warcry, Brutality, and Uppercut. Probably none of these now. Brutality has a little bit of a place, but with its cost randomized from the Snake Eye before we pick it up, that's rough. Extra energy in the opening hand is obviously really, really good for us. Started combat with an additional energy. Definitely take that. Probably pass on the rest. Hello, Snecko. Just try and confuse me. Just you try. Okay, so let's dual wield the Anger. Then I'll second wind, burning out a hell of a lot of cards. Alright. Let's think about it this way. I'm just trying to set up my next pen nib, obviously. Set up it is. Wild. Clothesline, True Grit. True Grit's a pretty good option here. Very glad that the corruption wasn't actually available here. If it was, I'd be pretty sad about it. Shockwave, though. Really great pickup for us. True Grit does need to be upgraded so that I can target a card rather than exhaust a random card. Ooh, that's a good Dark Embrace right there. Let's open up with that. Okay, we'll even go into Battle Trance. And so I played Dark Embrace and I played Skills this turn. So now if I play an attack, I purge our negatives. But I can also double damage that Fiend Fire if I play another attack first. So I probably want to, like, Ghostly Armor. I don't want the Carnage left in the deck. I do want the Whirlwind still in the deck. Is that the case? No, it's the inverse of that. Then I play the Carnage. Then I play Fiend Fire for a ridiculous amount of damage. And it also draws us a bunch of cards. Because our no-draw debuff is already gone. Oh, there's the corruption. Found it. So this is the deck that has corruption, but doesn't actually have corruption in it. It's a hell of a way to run a deck. Ooh, that's a barricade we get to keep out. Let's exhume. Probably, I'm thinking... Seeing red. I might just have lethal. This is a big consideration of mine right now. Yeah, in fact, it definitely looks like I do. Yes. Limit Break, Juggernaut, Demon Form. Well, obviously, Demon Form drawn with Snake Eye is pretty good. Juggernaut drawn with Snake Eye is also really good with its energy effect on the rest of our hand with a Mummified Hand. It's also really good because Juggernaut is triggered every single time we exhaust a card with Feel No Pain. So it's actually a lot of damage there. I'm taking the Juggernaut and... Oh, that's a problem. I do want extra energy, so it's probably just straight up Cursed Key. I just had to make sure there was no good, obvious reason not to take Cursed Key there. I don't want to go to this super early shot, because if it does have corruption, my heart will be broken. I'm going to risk it. Have a cat to play a strike there. Rough. Yeah, I was really hoping I was going to have lethal this turn. Kind of banking on it. Pretty hardcore there. Obviously should have exhumed. Could have found something. It's just a very long shot. Nope. Take none of those. There's a Metallicize on sale. And a Havoc. And I can buy both of them. Come on. Yes. 0 gold for the red mask. Hell yeah. At the start of each combat, apply 1 weak to all enemies. Perfect pricing there. Even get rid of a strike. All these events have been so kind to us. Best defense I could get together that turn. Okay. Start with the armaments upgrade. Dark into Juggernaut into... Oh, beautiful. We just generate so much block. This whole dang build feeds back into itself perfectly. We'll take none of those. Havoc plays Iron Wave. Pretty big Fiend Fire in terms of damage. Looks like we'll be taking some back ourselves. And a Corruption I don't get to play. Damn. That's pretty saddening. That said, all seems to work out in the end. Okay, let's True Grit the Searing Blow out of here. Plane in Flame, reducing the cost of Havoc. Which Fiend fired my whole hand. Alright. Sure. Things are gonna get nutty. Let's make things get nutty. And here's another Fiend Fire. Exhausts 9 cards. Each of those 9 cards gives us 3 block. Each of those 3 blocks gives us 5 damage to the enemy. Alright. Question card. Future card awards have 1 additional card to choose from, as well as Corruption. There we go. Found it. I like that we got this far without the Corruption based off of the Sneckoeye. So we just had like a really janky kind of value deck with the Dead Branch, the Mummified Hand, and Sneckoeye. But now we have the ability to kind of turn the corner and turn it back into a Corruption deck. Yes, it is a little sad that, you know, anytime you see a Dead Branch on the Ironclad, you immediately think, cool, where's Corruption? But the fact that you can do so much of it without Corruption, and Corruption honestly didn't even seem that necessary to this deck. But obviously you take it. I'm pretty pleased with all that. Oh, there was actually an enemy attacking that turn. I didn't want to check. It's very lazy. Spend out as many of those as I can afford. Excellent. Just trying to set it up so that I've got my pen nib. Everything's fine. Like, Entrench is fine eventually. Duplicate a card in the deck. It's probably Corruption just to have another Corruption really early on, but maybe it's Fiend Fire. It shouldn't be Fiend Fire, but maybe it's Fiend Fire. I'm going to take the Fiend Fire. I want that extra damage. Do I want to pick up a Curse here? Yeah, I'm fine with it. What a Flame. Upon pick up, choose an attack. Start each combat that on your opening hand. We'll put the Fiend Fire in the opening hand. Sure. Alright, let's dig for a relic. We find Omamori, negate the next curses you obtain. A little bit late, but... Pretty giant Fiend Fire right there. Oh my good giddy god. Yeah, let's exhume the Fiend Fire, and then we'll just double tap that Fiend Fire, I think. Energy Potion actually seems more useful than Weak Potion for us right now. Metallicize, pre-upgraded. Flex is also interesting in that we can purge the debuff from Sneckwai. I think I'd take the pre-upgraded Metallicize though, just for safety. Yep, and then again. Just give me another Fiend Fire. Damn it, game. You couldn't just give me another Fiend Fire there? Would have been so cool. It was still the correct thing to do. In retrospect, at the very least. I can't have guaranteed it at the time. Obviously depends on what I ended up drawing. Potion Belt to pick up game 2 potion slots as well as Flame Barrier. I'm not actually going for the heart. I have not even set myself up with the ability to go for the heart. Alright, damn. Not that then, I guess. Whetstone and pick up upgrade 2 random attacks. Sword Boomerang Strike. It's fine. Start with the Fiend Fire. See if we can get another Fiend Fire from that Fiend Fire. It's looking like a no. I mean, I probably should have interpreted it as a no as soon as I knew for a fact it was definitely going to be a no, which was really early on there. Seeing as I only have 2 Fiend Fires in the deck, and I'd already just used one. Oh, and I've used one to burn the other is what I mean ultimately, so. Again, get to play a bunch of cards here. They just don't do much. Aha! Seeing red. Good pickup. See what I can do about this giant bludgeon. Beautiful. Looking good. It's only getting better, in fact. Lovely. And hell, we'll even increment it at the very end with a whirlwind. Let's double on the whirlwind, which I think will do. Mean of the Bone increase HP is up below 50% at the end of combat, heal 12 HP, as well as Impervious here. And we'll just dig up another random relic. Bag of marbles at the start of each combat, apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. Okay. Ooh, gosh. It's probably Metallicize, Battle Trance, Fiend Fire. Maybe Metallicize, Shrug It Off, Battle Trance, Fiend Fire. Actually, Dark Embrace as well. Evidently, I forgot to do something important there, which was play a skill. Oh, damn it. I was supposed to play a skill really early there so that I would have already purged my debuffs by the time that Fiend Fire went off, so that Fiend Fire would have drawn a bunch of cards from Dark Embrace. Didn't end up happening that way, obviously. Due to me entirely. So we've only triggered 1 on the enemy, but we've got vulnerability for days. There's our corruption. Still have to play it. Ooh. That's a good Fiend Fire right there. Ooh, and I get to play the Juggernaut first. Beautiful. All right, how many more cards can I play here? Armaments disarm, throw that out, and then another disarm as well. My good giddy god. All right, so who is the boss that we'll be fighting after this? Because this seems like this one's pretty wrapped up for us. In a bow. One sec while I just burn out all of the rest of this. I didn't think we were going to end up with lethal there. Really glad that we did, though. All right, so Donu Deka. Yeah, Donu and Deka is probably least annoying. Beautiful. We're fine. Let's start with Havoc. Seems like we should follow up with Fiendfire. Battle Trials into Corruption. Beautiful, that's good enough. Let's trigger a bad strike out of there. Ooh. Let's hit this Berserk. And it did make the bludgeon cost less. Beautiful, so I even get to keep my strength from the flex there. Then next hand, I'm going to want that Whirlwind, right? Ooh, 2 Fiendfires still left in the deck. That's really interesting. So next hand is about how much energy I can generate, and then dropping a giant Whirlwind. Second wind to burn most of that out. Okay, Exhume will get us. Nothing super useful here. 22 to all. I mean, I can deal 100 to all enemies with the Whirlwind right now, but I'm worried that maybe I actually just want to play Barricade. I'll play Inflame, and that makes Barricade cost less. Beautiful. Okay. I'm fine with that. Now I'll Whirlwind, Cleave, Sword Boomerang at the very end as well, and we can even Exhume to start trying to get the combo kind of off again. And that's enough block for us. Yeah, that's another Ascension 20 win. Neat. Yes, off of the back of one of the strongest, kind of most degenerate combos that exist in the entire game. But hey, I can't control whether or not that shows up. I can only control what I do about it. And frankly, it'd just be sad not to capitalize on it. At least we have vulnerability on both of them now as well. Ooh, Limit Break. And then I even get to Exhume a Limit Break and go again. That's a Whirlwind. Pretty damn good run. I like that it was only halfway through the final floor that we picked up the Corruption. Otherwise, I would feel more guilty about this run. But it all worked until then. The Orange Pellets did end up being, I think, pretty damn useful. Enabling me to, as soon as I have kind of a more static build, like as soon as I have more of my powers played out, because obviously playing those powers is part of the activation for Orange Pellets, it gets me into the position where I can, from that point on, just stand there and kind of laugh at the enemies. And at that point, what matters to me is consistency. So the Orange Pellets provides that. I'm still not certain if overall it was a good or a bad idea. I think it was a good, though. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game... Oh, we went beyond perfect? Whew. No wonder we got $25.99. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.